It's a Tuesday night. As if on cue, the rain has started. So, let's take a visit to the workshop and see what's going on. This is what's going on. It is a 92, I think, Specialized Rockhopper. Purchased Facebook Marketplace for the princely sum of £12 a long time ago, and has been, as evidenced by the cobwebs, gathering dust in the corner of the shed. The tyres were donated to another bike to get that rolling, but nothing else has been touched on it since. I've just got it out to have a look at it, and I thought I'd share the findings with some fellow aficionados. First of all, let's go through the good and the bad, shall we? Let's start with the bad, and let's start at this end. Well, debatable whether this is good or bad or not. It does work. Did work. Oh well, who cares? Obviously, for the bin. The worst bit about the front of this is this abomination done by a less discerning owner in the past, whereby they've cut the original DX and sort of spliced in a SRAM front shifter X7. In itself, nothing wrong with it, but of course the mixing of group set components like this is verbatim in the community and therefore not acceptable. On this side we have original Shimano DX, almost certainly fairly seized, but can be unseized. Stem, very basic steel stem, rusted, probably for the bin. Need to sort out a cable hanger situation. Is that an alloy bar? Let's find out. It is, you know. Very nice bar, but anyway, we've got plans for bars, but it's a nice side. Headset, a bit ropey, possibly serviceable. We will see. Front wheel. True. Very nice. Very filthy. The whole of this bike is incredibly filthy. Deal LX. And I think that is the original protective sticker still on there. Nice. Look at that. One for the true purist. LX group. Yep. Canties. Pretty good up front. Tim will approve, of course, of the group set correct cantilevers. Group set correct chain rings. Are these Biopace? Difficult to tell. Don't think so, but does have the important silver cap and looks fairly worn, but probably serviceable. And group set correct LX pedals and front mech. All good. What do we got at the back? Absolutely filthy. This is from the time when 3-in-1 was considered an acceptable lubricant. But serviceable LX mech. Probably go on for another 30 years. Jockey wheels look alright. The chain is atrocious and will almost certainly be for the bin, but you never know. Underneath there might be a working chain. I don't know. Oh, I should have said, of course, it is a Rockhopper comp. Top of the range before you got into stump jumpers. It weighs as much as a Dreadnought. It was a severe effort getting to the frame. I'll weigh it once I've stripped it down, weigh the frame, but I'm not worried about this surface rusting through the frame, because it is very thick. Despite proclaiming to be Tange tubing, there's nothing particularly sophisticated about this. It is workmanlike and heavy, and that's for the bin. A fairly true original. Both rear wheels are original. Spokes are a bit rotten. What have I got here? built with the wheel, Smith spokes. Specialized heat treated Japan, presumably made by the good people of Araya. I doubt Japan had their own rim factory. Moving up, ostensibly a nice Specialized saddle, but sadly torn here. To see what to do about this, and an unforgivably scored seat post. Oh, that's a nice touch. That's a Specialized branded Shimano style quick release. The ones on the wheels are all Shimano. So, a fair mix of good and bad. Definitely. Oh, look at that. Shimano branding. Nice. Definitely a project, but not too bad. Fairly pleased with that. So that's the bike itself. Now, what are the plans for it? Given the cost of replacement parts, original new on stock parts, are out of the reach of this particular aficionado, I will be undertaking what is known as a restomod, and no doubt the more sensitive of you will find that upsetting, but bear with me, because there's absolutely no way I'm paying £109 for a pair of DX STI shifters on eBay. I do have this pair of very good condition 1990 STI 7-speed, so a couple of years earlier, but nonetheless a sympathetic replacement. I'm missing this barrel adjuster from this side, so these could be fitted. If you could check your sheds, please. No doubt someone has got one of these. Jimbo, looking at you. I've thrown away countless of them over the years. I bet they're hard to get hold of. So that's a possibility at this stage. I did say that the stem was going. There will be a quill adapter just to get the front end a bit. Gentlemen, no doubt if you're interested in a bike of this, you will be of a certain age, and these are very low front end. So a few centimetres of that will be welcomed. And 2007 downhill spec Titec short stem, and you will have seen already the overly wide and unnecessarily fancy Cannondale handlebar that will be going on there, and the restomod favourites Schwalbe Billy Bonkers, because they are tan wool, which of course is the right way to do things, and they are cheap. And just a sort of a nod, no, it's not quite the same, but pink cables should lift it a bit. Obviously a few more parts to the side on. What are we doing with the seat post? What's the future for the saddle? Do we go with these or something different? But before we get into that, a lot of degreasing and general cleaning up. But I think this could be quite fun. I'll keep you updated.